All right. So, okay. So, what's up? Back again. And this is episode, I believe, episode 7 of the Moment of Truth series. Today's topic is what's my topic was? It was about, not giving up. Pretty much. That's what it is, not giving up. So I got a little story to tell based on this one. And so thing was back in 2014. I ran a Spartan race. I've done a lot of them so far, good amount. There's people who've done more than me, but it is what it is. And this particular race took place, and it took place, 2014, I said, right? Yeah, 2014. And I'm looking at my medals, and they're like all over there. And that's where I really learned about the power of not giving up, the power of just like going in and persevering. And so when I did that race, I was just not prepared. It was 90-something degrees or close to, chance of thunderstorms. And I was wearing camouflage fatigue. I was wearing my urban camouflage pants. Had all these pockets and whatever. Thought I was gonna be out there. It was cool for the first picture when I did the sprint, got the fire jump, bam, Captain America, all that stuff, bam, all good, whatever. I did not properly prepare for this thing. So strike one. Being that damn race was in the heat and it was ridiculous, and I've never done something like that before. I was just, like I said, I was totally unprepared. And I did that. I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a little bit longer than the sprint. No, it was not. I mean, it was, but there's other things that came into it. The crazy part was I also didn't hydrate well. I didn't do my proper preparations. I drank caffeine that morning, which means it further dehydrated me. And then I experienced heat exhaustion, altitude sickness, and along with dehydration, all three at the same time. Strike two. So there's no three strikes. So just so you know, I'm going with it like this. So I'm running the race, and I get to there's a wall where there's these like wooden blocks, and you kind of like do like a wall traverse. My forearms started cramping up. I'm like, what's going on here? Signs of dehydration. I mean, my pee must have been like apple juice from a Nantucket nectar or something like that, because it was probably dark as all hell, if I can remember back then. I'm like, why can't I hold on to this wall? So I get off of there, and then I go to do the rope climb. Had these wrist wraps, whatever, to make my hands close up so I can grip the rope harder and all that stuff. No good. Threw the wraps away. Climbed halfway up the rope, came down, boom, and we had to climb out of the water during those days. And doing that, I was like, all right, we're done here. So I go to do 10 burpees. Well, we had to do 30, but I get to 10 burpees. On the 10th one, I drop down hands and knees, and I'm in the dirt and dust flying over the damn place, and I can't get up. I'm down there on the ground, crawling around, have the headache from hell, and it just was not happening. And I believe that might have been mile 4 or 5 or something like that. And I was in a bad way. So I had a team of 4 of us. It was 2 girls and 2 guys. My nephew was with me, 2 of my friends. And so we're, and at the time I was with my ex-fiance at the time. And she's just watching me deteriorate and doesn't really have a clue what's going on. So I'm crawling around, and then my friends come up to me like, are you okay? I'm like, I have the worst headache and I can't stand up. So they hop out, go grab some Advil. So, there's Advil, then there's shot blocks, all in muddy hands. I'm eating like a dog, eating like whatever. Some dude gave me a Powerade, fresh, whatever. And I'm like starting to come to a little bit. So the guy, happened to be the boyfriend of one of the girls at the time, says to me, you don't look too good, man. You might have to come off the course. So now I looked at him and I said, bro, either I'm going to crawl or I'm going to die, but I'm going to fucking finish this race. In that moment, that's when I really knew that there's another gear within me personally. So when shit gets really hard, I step up. And at the surface level, sometimes I'm more like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. And then the question gets answered. Now, for you, listen to the story, like, okay, but that's what you do. The thing is, it wasn't what I always did. It took a scenario that put me under tremendous stress for me to really see what it is that I have. And I say the same for you. Like, if you put yourself in situations, you put yourself in coursework or a program that challenges you to like that end with some intensity like that, you might unlock something really special within yourself that you can utilize for all aspects of your life. So the rest of the story goes like this. The dude says that, the dude said what he said, I said what I said. I throw the spear, nailed the spear throw for the first time ever in my Spartan racing career at the time. And then I start taking off, head still banging, catch a second or third wind, and I run up these hills and I start sprinting down the hills and I'm going in. And then, yeah, I finished the race. And there was this whole feeling of like the excitement that I did that. And then I started asking myself another question. What if I did the beast? What if I took the level up? When I started asking that question, that's when I'm like, all right, maybe I can do this. Because what I didn't mention was prior to that, someone else said to me, you know, you're going to end up doing all 3 levels. And I'm looking at these things on paper. And I'm like, 13 miles? And how many obstacles? And what? And what's happening here? I don't think I'm doing this. But the curiosity was born. And the fact of giving up for me is not an option that was born at that day. And so I think each and every person out there has that switch. They have a governor on them. But when you remove that governor, you put yourself in a situation where it really requires you to step up and put out, I think you will do it. You know, some people, they just fail because they're getting all in their feelings. But when you make it about something bigger than yourself, then you'll find something special. Then you'll find the shit that you need to persevere, to move beyond those levels. So my pointers here are very simple. Challenge yourself on a regular basis. Little challenges, small things that are annoying. And test yourself to see how far you can go with that. Number 2, sign up for something bigger. You know, put something on the calendar. Joe DeSena, the founder of the Spartan race, he says, like, when you put something on the calendar and it's on the books, you see it there, you know you gotta get ready for it. That's the whole formula behind the Spartan race, the OCRs and all that. Even the half marathons that are out there. My wife just did a half marathon. You know, Jen was out there and it was in the rain. And you know what else? Because she did the Spartan races back in 2019 and she did Vermont, which was just around the same distance she had to run on Saturday, this past Saturday, in the rain, on a mountain, she was able to take that and transition that into running a half marathon. She got it done and it was in the rain, you know? And then the third thing is, if you're not dead, if you're not really out and you're still feeling sensation, you got more to give. Case in point, David Goggins, if you haven't heard of him, look him up. He came up with this thing he called the 40% rule. And either he did or you might have heard it somewhere. Don't quote me on that. He said that when you think you're at your end, you still have 40% more to go, which means you have a whole 60% left to tap into. So when you think there's nothing else in your system, you don't think you have anything else left, if you're telling a story, you actually got something else in there. So what gives, right? For me, giving up is not an option, really. I will readjust if I have to, but I'm coming back at it. And I'm stubborn like that. That's me personally. I have this stubborn mentality. And there's times where I really want to tap out of doing something. And if I miss it, it eats me alive. You know, there's another story that I'm going to tell in one of my other moments of truth. It's pretty much another Spartan story, but it's about the Spartan Ultra. You know, little spoiler alert, I failed once, I succeeded another. But I'll go deeper into that story on another one. But anyway, that little bit right there just showed like I don't give up. And you don't have to give up either. So when things do get tough, because they're going to get tough, they're going to get hard, you know, make sure you prepare yourself by doing some things on a regular basis and have that build up over time, because you actually have what it takes. You can make it happen. You can choose to make it happen. You can put a team together, therapists, coaches, whatever. You have all you need to succeed. All right. So that's my time for today. Share it with someone else. If someone needs to hear it, please put it out there. If you got something from it, let me know. All right. Love to hear about it. All right. So enjoy your Thursday. Peace out. Go get that.